Let's discuss some logarithmic properties now. So the first property is the following. If you have log base b of some number a, right, then this is equal to log base 10 of a divided by log base 10 of b, right? It's also equal to the natural log of a divided by the natural log of b, right? So say you're given some, on an exam or something, you're asked to calculate the log of some random base like 3 or 7, which your calculator doesn't have a button for, then you can use your calculator to calculate it, just realizing that this number is in the numerator, log of that number goes in the numerator, and the log of this number goes in the denominator. And the ratio works if you use the natural log also. Okay? So then some other properties that we should be aware of is that the log of a times b is equal to the log of a plus the log of b. Right? And then another property is the log of a divided by b. Now, we're understanding that we're just going to do this for base 10, right? This is understood to be a base 10. We can do it for other bases, but we're just going to avoid the subtlety of that. This is what you really need to know the basic properties for. Okay, so the log base 10 of a divided by b is equal to the log of a minus the log of b, right? The next property is, let's see, log of a to the b, log of a raised to the b power, right, is equal to b times the log of a, right? Next we have log of 10 to the x is equal to x. And this one we'll use for solving equations, and we'll see that show up later. And then the last property is 10 raised to the log x is equal to x, right? Yep. Okay, so then the natural logarithmic analogy, right, to these is very similar. So then we'll do the natural logarithmic over here. So the natural log of a times b is equal to the natural log of a plus the natural log of b. Okay, then we have the natural log of a divided by b is equal to the natural log of a minus the natural log of b. All right, you see how similar they are? Right? A divided by b, log a minus log b, a divided by natural log of a divided by b, natural log a minus natural log b. There will be a subtle digression in just a moment. But then this one is the same though. Natural log of a raised to the b power is equal to b times the natural log of a. Right? So we see how similar that is to this. But this is where the digression occurs, because we have this 10 here, right? And the reason this equality works is because we're understanding that there's a 10 here, and we're understanding that there's a 10 here, right? And there's a 10 in all of the logs here because it's not explicitly written, and whenever it's not explicitly written, it's just understood to be 10, right? So then this will be, the analogy for the natural log case will be the natural log of e to the x is equal to x, right? You see how the bases are the same? The 10, so that this thing here, natural log, is log base e, right? So that's why you have to have this e here in order for this equality to be true. And then the last equality will be e raised to the natural log of x is equal to x. Okay, and that's it. These are some basic logarithmic properties that we'll use to solve equations. Especially solving equations, we will especially use these right here, right? And these right here. These properties are good for other reasons, right? And they're occasionally used in solving equations, but in particular, this one right here and this one right here will be quite useful. Okay, I'm going to step to the side and give you a clear screenshot.